Hello everyone, my name is Oksana. It's Road to Edoverse Weekly Edoverse Insider, the 65th. We deliver the news about the creation of our project Edoverse. And as usual, Tokugawa-san, could you please open today's session?
Okay, thank you, Oksana. Hello, everybody. This is Iehiro Tokugawa speaking. Now, it is like part 3 or part 4 of Life of Ordinary Folk, Commoners in Edo City. So now, you see, the bourgeois lived in big mansions, and the staff of their merchant house would be all living under the same roof, as I have been telling you. But now, the vast majority of the population, the people of Edo, lived in tiny apartments, one floor but apartments. We call them nagaya, a long house. And for each family, this is for family, the space available was like only 10 meters. So that would be 6 tatami. And then another half-sized, the doma. So that is the bare, the earth is bare in the front space, and which was used as a tiny kitchen. So 3 to 4 people, husband, wife, and children, but very often single-person households as well. And the rent was like 20 mon per day. I don't know. So that's closer to zeni, but if you think of it as like $2 per day, I think you can picture that. But the average income for the inhabitants of these nagaya apartments would be close to $200 or $20 a day. So, and food was cheap, and even alcohol was cheap. So it was comfortable living if you did not did not become addicted to luxury and so on. Now, and this is what I've been always interested in, but what exactly were these people doing for their livelihood? And you see, when you think of when you want to measure the development of any economy, it is you can measure it by how far division of labor goes. In other words, if you have people making a living out of doing strange things that you could never imagine, it means that that society is very, very sophisticated, advanced, and therefore rich. You know, in Japan, there are young ladies who would scratch the inside of your ear, and well, they get payment for that. So is that sophistication or decadence? I don't know. But so coming to the real common plebeian life in Japan. So what kind of people lived in the back street apartments, the tenements? The samples given here are fortune tellers. And how do you call it? The moxie? Martin-san, do you know this? They put grass on your back and they set it aflame.
Oh, wow.
Moxibustion?
Right, moxibustion.
Yes, right. So this is
spirits out.
Yes, it works very well, but they leave very deep scars in your back or shin or whatever. Okay, and then bamboo flute instructors. There's a shakuhachi. Midwives and ascetics. You know, what is an ascetic? This is a priest in the wilderness. But if he's a priest in the wilderness, what is he doing living right in the middle of the city of Edo? Okay, and then medicine hawkers, locksmiths, and then the Japanese used to wear these wooden sandals with very long heels. But so the people who repair the heels of these geta shoes, mirror polishers, as mirrors back then were just polished copper. Abacus repairmen, and people who buy used up candles, including all the wax that dripped off, and they would make new candles out of those. And paper lantern repairsmen. So all kinds of repair people. You see, Edo economy was a recycle economy, so everything was repaired this way. There are people who would collect used paper, and then they would melt them again and make new but a little darker colored paper out of that. and so on and so forth. So these were the people who were in fact the comprising the infrastructure of the Edo economy. And because of their services, well, life in Edo was comfortable and interesting, I could say. Okay, so that's enough for this week. Thank you very much. Thank you, Okusan, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Tokugawa-san. And JJ, could you please join us? Hello.
Hi. Hi, Oksana. Thank you. Hi, anyone. Today, I'd like to update the current status of our Edoverse space because last week we had a lot of meetings with Second team and also with new gaming guys who are introduced by Nachi-san. And yeah, we've seen really nice progress from Second team because they already created kind of new function and new system in which the Unreal Engine developer can create their own original games in the Edoverse. So it's like all of the users can access to the Edoverse, and then all of them are gathered into within the portal space. So all of them are gathered at one space, and then they have an option to get into another space. For example, the things I've seen is there was a theater just next to Edoverse. And so, for example, they open the doors of theaters, then they can have they can watch a movie like Godzilla, for example, or the Samurai of Seven Samurai, maybe. Yeah, or those traditional movies, and of course maybe like Super Mario, they can be seen as well at theaters. So this is one, not mini game, but it's like a attraction space I've seen last week. And then the other space is like it's like a Super Mario game. So like users is walking and try to avoid some blocks, and then just heading for the goals. And if they hit goals, then they can get some zenny or something like that. That's the other mini game I've seen. And the other thing is, kind of those puzzle game or those types of things are already implemented on our space. But the thing is, the important thing is not show the sample mini games because it's just sample, right? But the thing is, the developers of Unreal Engine can join us to create their own space. And if they can order this mini game space, to the Sequin, then Sequin team said it's gonna take just 3 days to complete 3 mini games or blah blah something like that. So I'm confident that maybe definitely by this year end we can show nice alpha version of Edoverse space, and then I hope that around the end of June, means like first half fiscal year, we can show some kind of progress. And also we'd like to give some opportunity for all of the related party who has NFTs, who has lands owner, who is lands owner, can join our test site and test environment so that they can understand our progress is really nice. So compared to any other Metaverse projects, definitely Edoverse is one of the best projects. I'm confident that. And even Meta is trying to they seem to give up to proceed the Metaverse project, but still we are keep on going. That's really nice. Based on this fact, that's really nice. So yeah, definitely we hope to show nice latest works from our Sequin team and creative team, and then we want to try to proceed to implement our more complicated gaming system so we can give you GameFi. That's gonna be fantastic. Yeah, that's enough from my side. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, JJ, for a very positive, optimistic message. And we also have Mitsushi with us. Hello.
Thank you. Hello. Last week, Teams Web3 Summit was held in Tournament Hills in Tokyo, and over 4,000 people came to the events. I was invited into a panel discussion with Nomura Security Company and Mask Network. We talked about the importance of community and community engagement. And I met a lot of people there, and I also explained about the Edoverse project as one of the most outstanding Metaverse project originated in Japan. A lot of people, I cannot disclose the name of the company, but a lot of large companies and the business director got interested in Edoverse projects. I'll probably introduce those business dev head into Kurata-san at some point. But it's very interesting that like not only crypto people, but also the business dev people from traditional company or large companies visited the event, and also politicians and statesmen, and all those people were invited into the speaking section of the event. So more and more people are obviously entering into this Web3 space. Going forward, IBS Kyoto is upcoming event, and also B-Venture Camp is an upcoming event. I am sure that more and more Web3 events will be held in Japan. A lot of international guests are coming after COVID-19. So we can take advantage of this great chance momentum to let global audience understand and know the existence of this Edoverse project, so we can increase our presence of Edoverse project to wide range of stakeholders right now. I see a really positive trend, even though some accidents happen, some like incident or tragedy happen. Just sometimes, let's say, a lot of crypto were stolen by North Korea from Japan, or like FTX shocks. And I see a lot of news, but still overall trend is very, very positive to accelerate this Web3 blockchain transformation. So that's what I've observed these days. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitsushi, also for promoting event. And yes, also we have Martin, you also with us today. Hello.
I am. Hi.
Hey.
So I know the founder of that Teams event, and I was at the first ever one. And it is amazing how much it's grown. I think there were maybe 150 people at the first one, and now 4,000 people. That is amazing. Well, congratulations to them for doing a great job with the event. And I'm really glad that you were able to make some good connections there. Mitsushi-san, sounds good. I wish I could have been there. Not really much from me this week, except, yay for Zelda. Their new version, which people have been waiting for 6 years, came out, and outstanding reviews from everyone. So that just shows, Japan really is still at the cutting edge, the bleeding edge of game technology. And I'm hoping that that's going to be reflected in the gamification experience that Gen was talking about earlier. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Really looking forward to seeing that game side. That's what gets me, and I guess most of the people in our community, excited. So yeah, very much looking forward to that. That's it from me.
Yes, thank you very much, Martin. And Shunta, do we have any news from you today? Hello.
Hey, hello everyone. Okay, I'll talk about the Ukiyo Art Museum. The order of opening for the Ukiyo Museum art has been determined. The first release will be feature the landscape painting area. The landscape painting include works by famous artists such as Katsushika Hokusai and Utagawa Hiroshige. So please looking forward to find out whose artwork will be exhibited.
Okay, thank you very much. And Dominic, could you please sum up today's session?
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Oksana. Hello, everyone. Yeah, every team, their team members actually are doing many different kind of projects just for the Edoverse. That's making us a very great progress at the moment. And then particularly toward the end of December, we are now forming a gamification that at first it's going to be a very simple game, but in the whole Edoverse platform, that it's going to be very important because after this, as JJ mentioned, as the third party can just develop the many different kind of games in the Edoverse space, and also we have a lot of the digital twin projects to collaborate with the companies in the world, and then I hope the many the companies and the many people just can get into the Edoverse and then to do many projects in the future, and then but before December, we have a lot of events. That's now I want many people to pay attention to the Edoverse. So the first project, as Shunto mentioned, the ukiyo-e museum is going to be actually opened in June, and that'll be very exciting. And also, the same period that we're going to see that the Fortnite, the battle game, the Edoverse battle game is going to start in the Fortnite as a third party. We are just as a third party that we just now developing a kind of battle game in Fortnite. Just of course, it's the name of some kind of Edoverse kind of a battle game, just in front of Mr. Tokugawa, the Shogun Tokugawa. It's going to be very exciting. But that game is, of course, this is very promotional games. And then I hope that the many game players with the Edoverse and the Fortnite is going to coming into the Edoverse in the futures, because we're going to make some of the big reward to the participants once that somebody just won a battle. The people can just get Edoverse NFTs. So. And also that we're gonna now forming the real world game as an Edoverse project. This is Nature Japan that we have the Tokugawa Hidden Treasure Finding Project. That's gonna be very exciting for everybody because there are now many inbound the travelers from overseas just coming into Japan, and people can just find some Tokugawa treasure. If you just travel into just in the south of Japan, that you might see that the very great treasure in a temple. So now before December, that we have many events and then many important and also very exciting events in the Edoverse, and then people can just enjoy and wait. Yeah, that's the current situation. So I hope that we see the people can just enjoy Edoverse even just before the real platform starts. So thanks for everybody, and then that's it from me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dominique. And yes, everybody, please join us in searching for the treasures and going to the south of Japan, traveling and supporting the project. And thank you, everybody, for speaking today. And we will meet next week. Goodbye.